Hi, this is David with ChicagoVirtualMap.com. This video is an information tutorial on how to use the Chicago Virtual Maps Google page and website and how it can benefit consumers, organizations, cities, and any area that has good visual presentations to entice viewers of their websites and Google pages with, using the Google Maps virtual drone mapping technology. So as I am scrolling here, you're seeing an area actually that's taken in Schaumburg, and it's chosen because it's a kind of nice fountain area, business district, and you can clearly see a pretty good distance around the area. Now I'm going to go backwards and actually start with the search for the Chicago Virtual Maps Google page, and it is based actually in Naperville. The imaging center and our office is in Naperville, but what you're looking for is the Chicago Virtual Maps Google page, and I'm going to do that search on a mobile device as well. And so you would just simply, on a mobile device, you can do a Google search for Chicago Virtual Maps, and you may want to add in the word Naperville just to make sure you find the listing. Here's the familiar Google map, and then we actually have a duplicate listing here, but Chicago Virtual Maps, information services based in Naperville. When you go to that Google page and you click on the map, you're actually in the virtual map of Chicago area, and you can click on the photos section, which are, all these images are going to be 360 in nature, anyone that has a circular arrow, and so then you can scroll through the different areas that you want to look for. And I'm going to go backwards and now use the desktop version. So we're going to do the same thing that we did on the mobile device. We're going to click onto the map. Now you're in Chicago Virtual Maps, and then you can again click into the image at the top, or you can scroll down and click onto the circular arrow here. Either way, you're in the same carousel of images. This one right here happens to be the one example of a ground-based virtual map. So the camera is actually on the ground, and you can see at the level of a vehicle, you can see directly down that we're on pavement there. Now for all the other images, these are going to be done via drone map, and so the 360 image here is actually in an area called Yorkville, where there's actually a water park. It's called the Raging Waves Water Park, and you can see in this case the surrounding areas, surrounding roads. In this case it's basically an open field, and then in this example you have an arrow that actually takes you into the park itself, and there you can see their attractions. Now for all these other areas as well, anytime you click on an image, you may you may see some labeled roads depending on the area, if they want to, if any participating businesses or cities want to get involved and have a little more documentation of the area, such as this. In this case, we labeled North Avenue and Hoyne Avenue. This particular business is a restaurant called Need. They wanted to be featured on the map, so they have an arrow there that points to where their actual restaurant is, which is right there on the corner of North and Hoyne. Going backwards again, you can continue to scroll through all the areas that we've covered, and again, they're all done by drone map. Here's an example of Humboldt Park, where there is, I'm going to expand the picture here. You can see that this is pointing to that's where the field house is. This is where the Humboldt Park beach is, and then on the other side there is a Humboldt Park boathouse. That's the building right there, so it has an arrow. Again, this is for informational purposes to help people that want to go on the Chicago Virtual Map and find certain areas, information about where to go. They can do that from this page. Now the website that we're going to go to is connected obviously to the Google page, and that is chicagovirtualmap.com. This is a lot more user-friendly. It'll actually show you where we have done mappings on the up-to-date coverage area. You can see if you were looking for an area to be covered, and you would then know from this map, this is up to date. Every time we do a mapping, we'll put another dot on where exactly the image is done. And so this gives you a sense of where we have covered so far, and then the areas so far here they'll just get added on to Berwyn, Bucktown, down to Yorkville here. And back to the main map that's on the home page, we have a directory, which in this case it's cities A through R at this point. We're going to probably expand that but in any case, you'll be able to find what you're looking for. If you were looking for a city of, for example, I'm going to move down here to, let's try Hillside. This alphabetical, of course, and we just have to refresh the page. Go one more time there. Once in a while, technology. Okay, so I'm going to now go to cities S through Z, for example. If we were to go to Wooddale, this is going to take you right on the Google Map, drone map to Wooddale. And then again, you can see the surrounding areas, the streets, and depending on how high the image was done, you can see as far as the video, the virtual map will allow you. Now on the map here, this is the menu overlay on the left side. You also have a directory of types of businesses, such as golf clubs. In the case of places to shop, for example, here's an example of a retail store called Olive and Vinny's. If the business has a virtual tour, it'll take you into their store alphabetically. In this case, you can move through their establishment. And so now I'm going to go back and just show again this overlay. Again, any other categories that get added in, we'll just have another directory of listings. And in this case, you can go into the park that we saw before, which is the Raging Waves Water Park. So that is the basics of how the website works and how the Google search works. The goal of the site is to just provide comprehensive information for people that are looking to see beautiful visual areas of anywhere in the Chicago area, to find where specific businesses are, to find where specific streets are. And that is our Google Map virtual map for the Chicago area.